What's up, guys? It's Corbin here, Game Lab. Right off the bat, if this audio is bad, it's because I'm using my laptop microphone, so sorry. But we got episode 2, Random Loadout. I said before on episode 1 that we might not get another one done, but I managed to do it, and I'm going to post it up here before Thursday. So it might be on Saturday, it might be on Thursday, or I'm not sure. Anyway, I got the UMP-45 silenced with a holographic scope and a laser sight. I like putting silencers on weapons. I don't particularly like the UMP. It gave me assault class, so I can at least heal myself a little bit. As you see right here, I'm having a hard time getting this guy, partially because I can't shoot the stinking UMP to save my life, and it's got such a slow rate of fire. And then I also had the M1911 and medpack and defib and stuff like that. So I don't remember what my specialization was. It says it there, but I don't remember. Can't see on my tiny screen. When you get into close quarters, this weapon does decently, especially with the laser sight. It helps the hip fire a lot, but there's definitely better all kit weapons. By far, my top 3 are the MP7, the P90, and the ASVAL. I don't really pick one over the other. It's just depending how I feel. I really like the ASVAL because its damage doesn't really decrease over range. Like for instance, its damage close up is 20, and its damage at its far, I can shoot 100, 200, 300 meters away, and it does 18.4 damage. So there's a difference of 0.6 between its close range and far range, which you can view as bad, but I kind of see it as a good thing because it's consistent, which is nice. Nice compared to some of the other guns. But the UMP, when you get close up, it is when it does best. Obviously, no all kit weapon really does well at range. But I get in here, and I think I saw somebody over here, so I go and check, and nobody's there. And you'll see in a second, I try to go and kill this guy standing by the MCOM, and it takes me damn near my whole clip just to hit the guy. Partially because it couldn't hit him, and that's another one of the downfalls of the UMP is it's only got a 25 with one in the chamber, clip, and there's no option for an extended mags. Here I hear I throw my grenade and I get a hit marker, and then I hear somebody defusing, so I come and try to get this guy, and with the hip fire it worked out really well, but here I should have hip fired, and I forgot I had an M1911 and not a G18 suppressed, so I just held the trigger down. I'm like, oh shit, it's not shooting. So I tried to spam the trigger. But you'll see a couple times in this video I try to get a long range shot, and I can't get it. Sometimes I'll get a lot of suppression assists, and I'll get a lot of just kill assists, and that happens a lot with this gun. It's decent. I like the UMP a lot before the patch. This gun works best on smaller maps, close quarters combat, obviously, because it's an all kit. It's not it's not a sniper, it's not an assault rifle. It doesn't have crazy long range. For most people who don't know, the UMP-45 shoots a 45 caliber pistol round. It can be viewed as a submachine gun, but I think Battlefield did it right as far as calling it a PDW, because it shoots a pistol caliber. Here, and I get lucky and I get that guy, but I should have paid attention and looked up top to that good camp spot. That's the best spot in this map to watch for to guard that MCOM where the guy with the RPK is. This is definitely the best spot, I think, personally, for watching the MCOM. Actually, when I get back here, I come in and I go in the front of the building eventually, and I try to go up. I try to go up and take the guy out first. So, here you see it took me 17 bullets to kill one guy. And the suppressor has a lot to do with that. It decreases the range and everything. So, and that doesn't particularly help. But I mean, like I said before, I like putting suppressors on. And here you get me trying to get a long range kill, and I just can't do it. It's not, like I said, it's not. I mean, it's not supposed to be the best ranged weapon, but probably either before the patch or if I were to take the suppressor off, I might have been able to get that. But I wasn't. Another thing that's pretty interesting about this weapon is its slow rate of fire. It has a fire rate of, I think it's like 650 rounds a minute, which is not really fast at all. That's just a little bit higher than some of the LMGs. You know, the LMGs do much more damage than the UMP does much more damage than that UMP does there with its bullets in your face. Yeah. Anyway, see me there get my ass handed to me by an RPK, which is to be expected. That's another issue with this class, with this setup. If you go up head-to-head on somebody, I mean, maybe 50-50, maybe 4 out of 10, you'll get it, but the odds are not in your favor. Even with other PDWs, if you go up against PP19, PP2000, P90, all those, they all have a faster fire rate. No, this has a fire rate of 600 rounds per minute, because the PP2000 has a fire rate of 650, which isn't it isn't much higher, and the UMP does more damage than the PP2000. So I think they have generally the same kill time, but I'd prefer the PP2000 due to the fact that it has the ability to have extended mags and to have 41 rounds as opposed to 26. Here, I come around the corner and there's a guy with a large machine gun, and the only reason I won that battle is because my guy came around behind me. So there's an example of not being able to win a face-to-face firefight when you're going up against anybody else. And like I said before, even all kit weapons, you got the MP7, which is a laser beam with hipfire and the laser sight, because it just has a crazy good hipfire accuracy. And I'm an idiot right here. I did not see this guy. Should have scoped in. I get killed by an M9 suppressed, which is really embarrassed. It's not the first time I get killed by that gun this game by that guy, which is really sad. Hold on, I'm gonna take a drink of Mountain Dew and enjoy the dew sliding down my throat. Hold on, just a second, please. Oh, it's tasty. It's like Shrek's piss. Okay, anyway, this right there, what happened is something that I always do as far as when I'm getting shot from behind or if I'm getting shot from somewhere I don't see. I run and jump like a little biznatch. 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, I'll get away. But then I don't cover my flank and I get flanked. I get flank staked to the face. And it was not fun. I hope he seasoned that shit though, because you can't eat flank steak unless it's marinated. I don't know about y'all, but you don't eat a flank steak unless you marinate that shit. Yeah, I just talked about steak. Here, there's a guy up there. Can't get him, partially because I can't shoot this fucking gun, partially because it just doesn't do the damage. With the suppressor on this weapon, and its slow rate of fire, and its pistol caliber, it just doesn't do the damage fast enough. Like right there, that guy was able to run away from me before I could actually do the damage to him. And it happens again right here, and then continuing. Some of them run out of the building here, and I hit fire and should have scoped him, but I don't, and then I end up getting killed from behind. I think it's by Gobbledygoops. He's a silly guy. But overall, I think like if I give this class a rating, I would give it like a 6 out of 10. It's not the worst class. Actually, I have already have the gameplay recorded for Random Loadout 3, and I'll give that one like a 2 or 3 out of 10. The next one I'm gonna be doing here is a piece of shit, and you'll see why. All I'm saying is I got stuck with the suppressor again. Some weapons just they work with the suppressor. Like my favorite weapon to put the suppressor on is the AEK 971, the assault rifle. But some just don't work like this one. I mean, I'd give it a 6. It definitely would have better potential if we were to put maybe something that would help reduce the recoil. Definitely not a suppressor. The holographic sight works great for this weapon, I think. Either that or the red dot sight. The laser sight is definitely something you want because when you're in close quarters, which is where you should use this weapon, you're going to end up doing a lot of hip firing. So that's something that you would want to take into account. Just slide right past the tank there. That made me feel good, and then I come over here, get 2 kills, and I get my fucking tags taken. Like I was feeling good. I missed like those whole first half of clip, and then I end up getting them. I come over here, peek around the corner, and then I have the worst shot in the history of Battlefield. They can't hit him there, and I just kind of get lucky right there with a headshot at the end, and then takes my damn tags. You silly bitch. But I think the prime setup for this, I honestly use all my PDWs on my support class because I want to be able to drop that ammo box because you go through them quickly, especially when you have the the 900 rounds a minute and the 950 rounds a minute MP7 and the P90. So right there, I was trying to get away, trying to run and jump and get away, and I couldn't hop over the fence fast enough. But that was Random Loadout 2, guys. Random Loadout 3 is going to be an interesting one. I got MVP in this. Alright, thanks, guys.